Hello, YouTube subscribers. Today's subject is being fruitarian too extreme. Absolutely not. My question is the standard American diet too extreme? Okay? Because when you think about it, fruit and vegetables, healthiest foods on the planet, the food that we are designed for. Maybe some nuts and seeds in moderation, some avocados, yes, fine. Lots of leafy greens, lots of fruit, vegetables, the healthiest diet on the planet. But I think the reason why people think it's too extreme. I had a neighbor one time, this is when I first started my vegan journey, and I was telling her about it, and she said, well, tell me, what do you eat? And I said, well, first, let me tell you what I don't eat. I don't eat meat, chicken, fish, dairy, no cheese, no yogurt, no eggs. And she said, what? She said, how do you live? She says, I want some real food. You know, so I said to her, what is real food? And she happened to be from France. And she said, oh, I want a French baguette and some cheese. That was real food for her. And, you know, I'm not, you know, if anybody's eating baguette and cheese, that's okay. If you do it in moderation, it's going to be okay. But if you were overdoing it, of course, it's not healthy. Cheese, period, is not healthy, and it is addictive. You know, so I don't think that fruitarianism, being on a vegan high-fruit diet, is extreme at all, although many people will say that it is, you know. But to me, the question is the standard American diet too extreme? Because think about it, the standard American diet includes a lot of saturated fat, okay? Now you look at the US. The US is the sickest country in the world. Heart disease and diabetes are rampant. And it's happening now with young people. I mean, people in their teens and 20s are diabetes and heart attacks. So, you know, if you're consuming too much dietary fat, you could be a candidate for, you know, open heart surgery or taking insulin shots for the rest of your life. And to me, that is extreme. I mean, cutting someone's chest open, pulling that rib cage apart, that's extreme. Taking insulin shots for the rest of your life, that's extreme. You know, fruitarian, a high fruit diet with some vegetables, nuts, seeds, and avocados, you're not going to have that problem. You know, and I think a lot of it has to do with, you know, we get distorted from day one. I remember, you know, and I love my mom and dad, they passed, and my grandmother, but they didn't have a clue on nutrition. You know, they just fed us what, you know, people were saying is healthy, you know, and everything is fueled by marketing hype. You know, they're telling you, they're saying, eat this, eat that, and these foods have nothing to do with your health. Okay, they have everything to do with actually getting you sick. I know when I was a kid, I would get sick every year. Minimum, you know, once or twice a year for like a week. I mean, really sick. And that went on through my teens, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s. When I was 58, I went raw vegan overnight. I'm 71 now. I have not had the flu or sickness that lasted a week since then, not even close to it. Okay, so the results speak for themselves, okay? It works every time. So, you know, don't let somebody tell you it's too extreme, all right? What's happened is because of this distortion, this perversion of our taste buds and what we think is okay to eat or healthy, starts when we're real young. I remember my mother was making me salami, processed meats. At 4 years old, I'm eating this on Wonder Bread with cheese and mustard or mayonnaise. Now, like I said, my parents didn't have a clue. Most people do not. You have to look into this, you know, for yourself and find out what these things do to your body. They just basically are injuring your body and destroying your body every time you eat them, you know. So it's a sad situation, really is. Another thing I remember is when I was a kid, we would go on picnics. And after we ate our hamburgers and hot dogs, you know, it was dessert time. And my grandmother used to make these decadent chocolate cakes. And I loved chocolate cakes when I was a kid. I loved those things. So, you know, but after the hamburgers and hot dogs, you had a choice for dessert. You could have, you know, chocolate cake, or you could have watermelon. I took the chocolate cake every single time, you know. See, I'm just saying that that's how we distort our taste buds. You know, I didn't even have an appreciation for watermelon, you know. It's crazy how, you know, distorted things can get. And a lot of the foods today, if you eat out at a restaurant, or most 99% of the things you buy have salt, too much salt, and fat. And then they put in a sweetener as well, you know, so they're just trying to hook you on that food. And then there's all kinds of other junk in there, the excitotoxins that may make you feel pretty good for, you know, a couple of hours, but then you crash. See, fruit sustains you, and it's nice and even, you know. So don't let anyone ever make you think you're doing something too extreme. They're the ones that are probably doing too extreme, all right, if they're eating even close to an American, the standard American diet. Please give me a like, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends. Hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I put up a new video. All the best, guys. Take care.